Hi guys, it's Miss Skelton here. I was just going to make a quick video in case you forgot about multiplying polynomials that we talked about the week before the break. So what we did is we applied what we know about distributing, but we talked about polynomials. So we sounded really smart when we talked about it because we learned some new vocabulary. So on the worksheet you're going to work on, the first few are multiplying a monomial, a single term, by a binomial that has two terms that are separated by addition or subtraction. And for this, hopefully it makes you think back to distributing because that's exactly what we're going to do. So we are multiplying 3x times 2x. Remember, you can multiply 3 times 2 in the calculator if you had to. 3 times 2 is 6. You can't type the x's, though, in the calculator on the home screen. So x times x times itself makes x squared. So I get 6x squared. The 3x then distributes to the negative 7, so 3x times negative 7, negative 21x, because the x also distributes with a 3. At the end, I want to check and make sure it's in standard form, that it has the biggest exponent first, and the exponents decrease, and that I have no like terms left. I can't combine these two because they're not like terms. One has x squared and one just has x. So that's my final answer. Okay, before the break we talked about we could actually multiply a binomial, two terms, by another binomial. And what happened here, it was a little more tricky than we thought because it's not just the 2x distributing to the second parentheses, but the negative 1 also has to distribute as well. And we kept all that multiplication organized in a box, which some of you remembered from biology, and some of you haven't taken biology, and we said it's not a big deal. It's a box to help us keep our multiplication organized. So 2x minus 1, it doesn't matter where you put each binomial. Since I see a minus 1, I'm going to show that with a negative 1, and then a 4x and a positive 3, and then we're going to multiply to fill the box. So 2x times 4x, 2 times 4 is 8. X times x is x squared. 2x times 3 would be 6x. Negative 1 times 4x would be negative 4x. And then negative 1 times 3 will be negative 3. You'll always have like terms in the box that you can combine. So if I look at my 4 terms, I should see 6x and the negative 4x that we can add together, negative 4 plus 6, to tell us how many x's are in our final answer. So let's list our answer in standard form. 8x squared is first, because it has the highest exponent. Negative 4 plus 6 is positive 2x, so I'm showing that I got positive with that sign. And I also got a negative 3, so minus 3. So my answer has 3 terms. None of them are like terms. I'm finished. So my final answer is a trinomial for its 3 terms, which leads us into the last type of problem that you'll see on your practice, a binomial times a trinomial. And on this one, I think it's extra important that we use a box to keep our multiplication organized. We're going to need an extra long box. So I'm going to just keep 2 rows here for my x and 3, but since I have a trinomial, I'm going to go ahead and divide this into 3 sections. X squared, negative 5x, positive 2, and same thing, we're going to multiply to fill the box. So x times x squared, exponent's going to increase to x cubed. X times negative 5x. The negative 5 will stay the same, but my x is squared. X times 2, 2x. All right, let's multiply the 3 times all of the trinomial now. So 3 times x squared, 3 times negative 5x, negative 15x, and 3 times 2, 6. Okay, so let's look for like terms. All right, if I start with my highest power, I have an x cubed, but no other x cubes to combine it with. If I look at my x squareds, I have a 3x squared and a negative 5x squared that we can combine, so we can think of it as 3 take away 5, or 3 plus negative 5. Either way, we're getting negative 2x squared. When we combine those like terms, the exponent's not changing. And then I have x's I can combine. So negative 15 plus 2, it's negative 13x, and the solo 6 would be my constant at the end that doesn't have an x. So this time my answer has 4 terms. There's no fancy word for that. It's just a polynomial. So this is what your practice is going to be over. Make sure that you submit it on Canvas and reach out to your teacher during office hours if you have any questions. We've made it through a week of remote learning, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. We'll make changes as needed if we continue. All right, hope to see you soon.